When I saw that there was going to be a part two of A Night in July, I literally rolled my eyes because I was like, what exactly do we even want to see? Why is there a need for a sequel? Why is there a need for a part two? But little did I know that my auntie Omoni was very much prepared. Like she came literally really prepared for this part two, and it was mind blowing. You guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. And today, guys, we are going to be talking about a couple of movies that came out over the weekend and a little over like a week ago that I've really, really enjoyed on YouTube, and I think you guys should also see. So it's more of a movie recommendation and a review of these movies that I am going to be recommending. Very first on the list is After a Night in July, which is a part two to the movie called A Night in July, which is showing on Omoni Oboli TV. So A Night in July came out last year. After a Night in July came out last Friday. And like I said, when I saw that it was a part two, I was like, what exactly is the need for the part two? But when I watched this part two, I saw that there was a need for it. First off, I absolutely love the plot of part two. I love the fact that they were very realistic because if we're being honest, in part one, these guys did not even really get to know themselves. They just literally got married. So they got married because they were pregnant. Because the lady was Helen was pregnant. So he decided to get married to her. And yeah, he thought he loves her, right? But the major reason was because of the pregnancy at the time. They didn't get to know each other, they didn't get to ask questions. It was a married were now finding out a lot of things about each other, which now led to so much resentment and even leading to a divorce, right? So I think I love the way they went to this story. It was very realistic and it made so much sense. I was expecting some sort of, happily ever after, cheating, all those yada yada things that will not be very, that won't really make sense or that will not even be really realistic. But I love how they went with it. That marriage is hard. Like, in as much as it's very sweet, it can be hard as well because if you get married for the wrong reasons, it gets really hard. So it shed light on the fact that there are a lot of questions that you need to ask even before you get married. Get to know each other properly. Ask questions, meet family, not just jumping into the marriage because we're pregnant or for one reason or another. Kudos to Moni Oboli and kudos to SODK and Uche Montana. Their chemistry is very appealing and it's very nice to see. You guys, what's his name? SODK has very, very beautiful chocolatey skin that feels like you should just lick his face. But guys, this movie is really good. If you haven't seen it, please go watch After a Night in July. But if you haven't seen A Night in July, don't watch After a Night in July. So be sure to watch A Night in July first before watching After a Night in July. Balaji also did a very great work by releasing this movie titled A Forever with Numbered Days. And after watching the movie and seeing the comments online, I think people are being very biased and being very unfair. Because why is all the blame going to April? I don't want to give you guys spoilers, especially for people who haven't seen this movie. But I think it's very, very selfish and very wicked to say that April is the one at fault in all of this. Because I don't understand people going about, she saw a space and she put her head in it. I'm like, what space? This babe was grieving. She left her own grieving, left her own sadness to take care of another person, and then things happen the way they happen, and you're saying she's at fault because she did this, she did that. Who made these rules, you guys? Let's even be factual. Let's be honest here. But guys, this movie, Forever with a Number Days or Forever with Number Days, is an absolutely phenomenal movie. Like when I saw the poster of this movie, I thought it was another sad story where somebody dies and everybody's going to be grieving, and then that's just it. They just be very sad, or the person will be diagnosed with a terminal illness, and then they'll start to not fall in love, and eventually the person will now die. In all of those stories now where it's just unnecessarily sad and long and whatnot, but this movie took us on a journey. The story is very, very realistic and very, very very deep, guys. Very, very deep. One of the things I love about this movie is the fact that I got to see Deyemi in a vulnerable and very emotional scene. Ah, God, I was so happy to see it. Not because I wanted him to suffer or anything, but because I love that he's exploring, new aspects of himself. We don't really get to see Deyemi in emotional movies. Like he's usually the villain or a rich bad boy or something like that. But I love the fact that he was being someone in a victim, yeah, someone in an emotional state, somebody in a very vulnerable state, someone that's grieving, someone that's really sad. I was really crying. Like the condition of this people was really good, and I must give it to Tenny. Oh my God, Tenny, Ola, take your garden. Don't even take flowers. Tenny is an amazing actress. Tenny is an amazing actress. I love what she did with this movie. The scenes where she was crying, it took a lot for me not to cry with her because I'm like, girl, this is really sad. Like, what were you thinking? Like, what exactly made you cry this much? Because the tears, it will be a lot. Even Balaji gave her all. Like this movie was really, really good. Everybody brought their A game. Even Akim Agara, who played Demi Okolawa's character's best friend, he was really good. That's Uvo. Uvo's best friend. It was really good. Like everybody brought their A game to this movie. And you guys, if you've seen this movie, let me know what you think. Do you think April is really at fault? Because for me, I don't think April was at fault. I don't think April was at fault. But guys, if you haven't seen A Forever with Number Days showing on Bola Jigmola TV, you better hurry because it's that movie. You need to see it. It should take you on the journey, the plot twist, even the ending. Everything will just keep you on your toes. Yeah, so go see it, guys. It's a really good watch. You guys, let me not lie. I went to watch this movie, Juliet Without Romeo, because of Taye Arimori. I absolutely love Kunle. If you've been following my channel, you know that I love Kunle a lot. But I went to watch this movie for Taye. But you guys, plot twist. Kunle was the one that still stole the show for me. He blew my mind. Ah, guys, I loved Kunle in this movie. I loved Kunle in this movie. I loved Kunle in this movie. I love how seductive he was. Like, I mean, there was just something about that character, Farouk. I don't know if it's just me, but his eyes. I know that. I mean, everybody has different opinion. Even I have different opinion because I'm never going to lie. I was Team Tola for a larger part of this movie. I was like, girl, this man has not really done anything to you. Yes, I get that your own love language is attention, and this man is not giving it to you. But eventually, I think Tola is still better off because he's more of the devil that you know than the angel that just shows up. And what if this angel even changes on later when he also gets busy? What happens when things start to change? Are you also going to jump to another person? I had issues with the way Juliet moved on, anyways, where she had to have an affair with Farouk for her to move on from Tola. That did not sit well with me. But eventually, I'm like, girl, do what makes you happy because this babe, her heart follows another man. Her heart wants Farouk. And this man he sees her, he gives her the love language that she wants. He gives her attention, he's there for her, and all of those, even though it's mainly because of proximity. He's a neighbor, which might actually influence all of this. But I think it's still good she went to the person that her heart eventually went with. But guys, Kole was the star of this movie for me. I loved how smooth Farouk was. I loved how caring he was. I mean, Farouk was just a smooth talker. Like, I just knew that he was going to get Juliet. I knew that he was going to be with her because he was funny, he was smooth, and he was nice, and he was available. Yeah, that was the right thing. He was available. But you guys, if you haven't seen Romeo Without Juliet, you should see it. It's a movie about a soft baby girl who just wants to love. But right now, while she's navigating the love, she gets trapped between three men. Her current boyfriend, who is acting nonchalant, her new neighbor, who looks like he might be the next best thing after sliced bread, and her crazy ex, who will not leave her alone. But you guys, go see Romeo Without Juliet. It's that movie. It's currently showing on, I think, Mofako TV. Oh, no, sorry, on Annabelle TV. Yeah, I guess that's it. But yeah, it's showing here on YouTube. You should see it. A major thing that stood out for me about this movie is the fact that a bunch of young people came together and decided to make a film with actual young people. A film that you actually see that these are young people doing young things, doing silly things, and it was just realistic like that. And that's a major highlight for me for this movie. And let me not even talk about the scenery, the beauty of the set, the rooms, the flow. Everything in this movie was just a breath of fresh air. Adult, it's a latest movie by Susan Pajok, which is currently shown here on YouTube. This movie shows the life of a bunch of young adults, five young adults, right, coming of age, currently in undergraduate in university, Unilag, to be precise, and navigating relationship, navigating adulthood, navigating what next to do after uni. But majorly, it was just about relationship and all the crazy stuff that young people do nowadays. I mean, your boyfriend humiliated you, broke up with you in a very humiliating way, and then you feel like the next thing for you is to get a revenge on best in humiliation because you want him to get jealous. And then you started to link up with one of his worst enemies, one of the guys that he doesn't like on campus, and then things become very, very messy because eventually the planner, the I don't even know how to put it, but the person that was scamming somebody was also scammed eventually. So eventually everybody scammed one another. But you guys, young adult is a breath of fresh air. I love Susan Pajok's acting. I really love this guy. The guy that played Shams Garba's best friend, Chisom. Yes, that's his name. Chisom was really good. I love how he speaks. Even the lady that played Itoha, I loved her so much. And the guy that played Koridi was just a silly person. You guys, have you seen Young Adult? Drop a comment. Koridi was just a very, very silly person. But you guys, if you haven't seen Young Adult, you should see it. I think it's a breath of fresh air. And I think the highlight is the beauty of the scenery, the attention to detail, as well as the fact that we're seeing actual young people acting young people's nerves. The last but not the least movie on my list is Dear Future Wife. Yes, I know that this one did not come out last week. It's been out for about 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, or 3 weeks. But when it came out, I couldn't exactly talk about it. So right now, I'm talking about it and also recommending it. Now, it also stars Taya Arimoro, Detrola Jones, Osareme, and Daniel Aruba. You guys, this movie was really, really good. I loved this movie. For some reason, I loved how much of a hard girl Dechola was in this movie. I love that she gave the guy a tough time in proving that he really wanted her. Yeah, at some point I got angry with her. Baby girl, if you don't want this man, just let it go. But I liked, to an extent, I also liked the fact that she made him prove his worth, that he really wanted her. Now, this movie tells a story about a young man who has been writing love letters to his future wife, And one day during his encounter with a beautiful girl in a cab, they swapped bags unintentionally, and then she got to read his letters and he was looking for his bag. And he already had a crush on the baby, already likes the baby, and the baby was giving him attitude. So after they now exchanged bags, it was not a venue for them to start seeing each other because they had to now collect each other's bags. And he got a number, started professing love to her and whatnot. I was chasing her, but she was forming her baby eventually. You know now, but you guys, I like this movie. I like the storyline. I like that it shows that a man can be very intentional. I mean, I love when I watch a movie where a man is being very, very intentional about a woman. Like I love it. I absolutely love it, and it's really always good to see. Yes, guys, Dear Future Wife is also shown on Amabel TV. You should see it if you haven't already. And one of the reasons why I'm even talking about this film is the fact that I feel like it doesn't have enough views. So you guys see Dear Future Wife. It's a must watch, guys. Yeah, must watch. Let's add this one as a bonus because what's a movie recommendation list without a bonus? And this one is titled A Vow to Keep and it's currently showing right here on YouTube on Shorter Speed TV, aka Biodun Steven TV. I don't know why this movie has such low views that it has because it's a very, very realistic story. I love the fact that Building Steven or Shorter Speed TV, they explore very, very realistic and relatable family stories that are very deep because when you watch this movie, you keep on wondering why exactly did this person do this? Why did this person do that? And for me, honestly, I feel like I don't want to give spoilers because I want you guys to see it. But if you guys are a fan of drama, family drama, movies that are really realistic and relatable, and stories that will keep you wondering, do these things really, really happen in real life? A Vow to Keep is that movie for you, and as well as other movies on Shorter Speed TV, aka Building Steven TV. Go to that channel. You get a lot of good movies there. Yes, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment. Yes.